list, and I just had a few questions for Mr. Baker. You want to come up? And some of this is informational for me. If you could explain what the East Bay mud reapplication to reduce connection fees
So the application that went in.
and the sewer line replacement.
Okay, sure. So the East Bay mud application, the documents were submitted to East Bay Mud with what we call the full build-out. If you recall, there's a Phase 2 project, which is a Building F, which should the district enrollment increase from 850 to 1,200, sometime in the future we would build that building. And the site was entitled through the CEQA process for that full build-out. We're not building that building now, but the application went into East Bay Mud with that full build-out. Because that was the entire, and I think the thought at that time, this was about a year ago, was to go in with that, the calculation included the fully entitled project. So the calculation, which is based on occupancy, included 1,200 students, the capacity charge. That Building F is not being built now, and it may never be built. The idea is when it would be built, that at that point you would pay East Bay Mud increased capacity, not now. So the charge here, which was nominal actually, was I think maybe $1,500, was to resubmit the East Bay Mud application to reduce that number, resulting in savings to the project of over $500,000.
Money well spent. Okay. And the sewer line replacement?
So we had wanted to replace the sewer line that goes, this is the line that goes on 47th Street through the city of Emeryville. We wanted to reuse that line. The idea would to have some project savings. However, the city's communication with the Regional Water Quality Control Board and the history of the sanitary lines in the city, the Water Quality Control Board would not approve that. They said, you've got to put a new line in. So we had to redesign that line and also resubmit our application, our encroachment permit for the sewer replacement to the city. So these are the design fees to do that work.
Got it. And the $54,400 for the architect is, as you note, about half of it's over half of the $100,000 budget line for architecture, engineering contingency. These things are hard to predict, but do we have any reason to suspect that we're going to need another $50,000 or so in architecture?
I don't think so. These, again, that is the total for all these items, and these items are a collection of all this work really has taken place over the last 9 months as we've finalized the project. The only real work for the design team remaining is construction administration between now and June. So I don't anticipate we would have much of that. I mean, these are design changes. The single largest part of this has to do with adding the pool and some other things. But I don't anticipate that we're going to have very much of this, and I think the remaining $46,000 in the contingency will be adequate.
Okay. Any other questions on this item? Again, do we have a motion to, we're on ratification on the consent item, item 3. Do we have a motion?
I'd move approval of ratification lists as presented.
Second? Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Member Ash?
Yes.
Member Merriam?
Yes.
Member Pats?
Yes.
Member Dice?
Yes.
President Affeld?
Yes. Okay, we are through the consent calendar, and now we're on to discussion items under G. We've just already taken care of G1, approval of parcel tax committee applications, and we're on to the audit report. Superintendent, you want to introduce our presenter?
Yes, thank you. The purpose of this item is to secure the board's acceptance of the 2014 independent audit report. We have representatives tonight from the company that helps us, and I'm sorry, I did miss your name coming in. Matt, that's the way. Thank you, Matt.